This is HSTV Channel 24 Hearth News. I'm your anchor, Roffle, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-anchor, The Mute. How are you doing today, Mute? Fantastic. Today's main story includes 3 fascinating new Demon Hunter cards from March of the Lich King, and one that may just look a little familiar. But first, our meteorologist has reported that a Category 3 mana storm is fast approaching the Nether Storm. Our on-site correspondent Millhouse is on the scene. What's the latest update, Millhouse?
Here it comes!
Oof. Well, I suppose that's one way to satisfy a mana thirst. Am I right, Mute? Outstanding. Next up, we've been hearing reports of an uptick of mana abuse in Silvermoon City. For some reason, we've sent our resident mage Vorna the Wretched to investigate. What do you have for us, Vorna?
I can taste the mana!
Oh, Vorna. Please seek help. Well, it appears there's an abundance of mana right now, which will come in handy if you're interested in playing Demon Hunter in March of the Lich King. As you know, the Demon Hunters have aligned themselves with the Blood Elves of Silvermoon City in this expansion, and I'm excited to share 4 cards that fit neatly into a package of no minion Demon Hunter. For more on that, let's send it over to our analyst Roffle. Take it away, Roffle. Thanks, Roffle. As mentioned, one of the themes for Demon Hunter this expansion is a spell-only archetype that restricts deck building to exclude minions. This is similar to what we've seen in the past, where cards get an additional benefit when there are no or few minions in your deck, such as Spell Hunter with To My Side and Rockdalar, and more recently in Mage with Apexis Blast and Refreshing Springwater. The first example has already been revealed in Deal with a Devil, which is a 5-mana Fel spell that summons 2 3/3 Felfiends with lifesteal, and, if your deck has no minions, summon a third. Like To My Side, this card is great for immediately creating a large board presence in the big game. If you happen to fall behind on board, Faldore Warband can help swing things back in your favor. On its own, the card will deal 4 damage for 4 mana, but if your deck has no minions, it will summon 4 Illidari with Rush to help pick apart your opponent's minions. Next up, Mark of Scorn will draw a card for 2 mana, but if the card you draw is not a minion, it will deal 3 damage to the lowest health enemy. Unlike the other 2, Mark of Scorn might be a reasonable inclusion in a deck that does actually include a few minions because the requirements are a little bit less strict. Speaking of minions, a spell-only deck wouldn't be complete without a flashy legendary weapon as a payoff card. Soul Eater's Scythe is a 4-mana 4/2 weapon that reads, start of game, consume 3 different minions in your deck, leave behind souls that discover them. Soul Eater's Scythe gives you a little bit of wiggle room in your deck building to still include a small number of important minions. At the start of the game, Soul Eater's Scythe will convert 3 minions into 1-mana bound soul spells. As a result, you'll be able to ensure you get the benefit of these no minion spells once you play them. Once you draw the shuffled bound souls, you can select which of the 3 minions best fits the current situation. However, once you select a minion, you free its soul, and it can no longer be discovered off of future bound soul spells. Since Deal with the Devil is a Fel spell, you might have been tempted to include Jace Darkweaver in your deck and just accept that sometimes you'll end up with a bit of a downside. Thanks to Soul Eater's Scythe, you no longer have to. The Scythe will hide Jace into your deck as a spell, and not only does this enable some of the no minion spells, but it also gives you the opportunity to play around important disruption like Mutanus so that you can ensure that your Jace is safe for whenever you're ready to play him. In addition to Jace, Artificer Zymox would be a good candidate to stow away with Soul Eater's Scythe. Relic Demon Hunter already runs a fairly small number of minions, and Faldore Warband can be helpful in infusing Zymox once you release his soul. If you're looking for more options, Zillag of the Abyss is always a strong choice in nearly every Demon Hunter deck. Lady Satheno can make use of an abundance of spells for some additional burst damage, or even Prince Renathal can give you a 10 extra health, and you can simply choose one of the other 2 options on your first 2 Bound Souls cards. In the Wild format, you better believe I'm going to use Soul Eater's Scythe to shuffle 2 Yogg-Saron's into my deck for a little bit of fun. What minions are you looking to pair with Soul Eater's Scythe, and how do you feel about the no minion package coming to Demon Hunter in the next expansion? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, back to Roffle on the news desk. No, I said no mayo, not more mayo. We'll make it again. Thanks, Roffle. Riveting stuff, right, Mute? Exactly. Well, that's all for the afternoon news here at HSTV Channel 24 Hearth News. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for daily Hearthstone videos. And tune in this evening for the heartwarming story of a young Noggling who won the local spelling bee by finally successfully spelling Zenashari. Who gave me a blank piece of paper? What am I supposed to do with this?